Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about one of the most famous artists of all time as well as one of the most famous people of all time, Leonardo da Vinci. He was born April 15th, 1452 and died May 2nd, 1519 in Italy. He lived during the Renaissance period, a cultural movement that led to important developments in areas such as art and science. If you look up pretty much any art from the Renaissance period, you're going to find Leonardo's stuff all over it because he's one of the most influential people of that time as well as all time. Leonardo da Vinci was a very talented artist who painted the Mona Lisa, The Last Supper, and many more famous paintings. These works were made famous because of Leonardo's understanding of linear perspective and his integration of light and shadow, and as well as his superb understanding of anatomy, which he also studied among many other things. In his time, he was accepted as a very talented artist. Many artists mimicked his methods to make their paintings more realistic and three-dimensional. A great illustration of one of his understandings is the linear perspective. It is a mathematical system for representing three-dimensional objects and space on a two-dimensional surface by means of intersecting lines. Pretty much it's all geometry, and he was able to use that to make things look more like you're looking, I guess, at a television than a flat painting. He wanted everything to seem realistic as possible and three-dimensional, like you could literally just step into the painting. And a great illustration of this technique can be found in one of his most famous paintings, The Last Supper. This room in which Jesus and his disciples are sitting appears symmetrical and realistic, a perfect representation of three-dimensional space, whereby the walls seem to be converging inwards. One of his most famous paintings of all time, the Mona Lisa. In the 1960s, the painting went on a tour where it was giving an insurance valuation at $100 million, and factoring in inflation, an estimate would be around $2.5 billion. But people say the painting is actually priceless because the policy was never taken out because the premiums would cost more than the best security. I think one of his most famous paintings of all time was sold for about $480 million, and it was unfinished work, as well as speculated that he wasn't even working alone on it. So that just kind of shows that like how much influence he has on the art community still today. That his highest sold painting sold for almost $500 million, and the Mona Lisa will never be up for sale because they can't put a price on it. And that's going to be it. Thank you.